Let's go.
You're recording? Hi, I'm Nadia. My name is Nadya Dicky and I'm bioengineering student from Bandung Institute of Technology. Right now, I'm doing exchange program here in Maastricht University and I'm taking some of studies of sociology, humanities and business in University College of Maastricht. We are currently in one of the buildings of Maastricht University. So you may have some questions regarding IISMA program and my experience of exchange program. So let's stroll around the city while I'm answering some of the burning questions for IISMA program. Let's go! So the first time I hear about IISMA program, I was super stoked because they would give me an opportunity to learn in renowned university all around the globe. So after I checked the application process and what are the requirements are, I directly try to apply and preparing some of the requirements, including English proficiency score and essays and preparing for the interview. I was consulting with my international relation office representative. So after talking a little bit with her, she also gave me the list of the universities and the courses they offer. By that time, all of the courses from Maastricht University offer are very much interested, and it's also kind of like interdisciplinary from my own major, so I think it provides a great learning experience for me to learn outside of my major. After that, I checked the requirements for Maastricht University, including what score, the minimum score for the English test, and then I used that as the basis to practice my tests and then kind of aim higher from the score on the requirements sheet. After that, I just submitted all of the essays that I've been preparing, kind of tailoring the essays according to the courses that Maastricht University offer, and kind of trying to show them who am I as a candidate, and so on. After that, I submit everything, and then I got called back for interview, and this has got really excited because the interview process are very much like a relaxed conversation that I had with one of the professor in Indonesia, and she was very kind and she was very excited as well to talk to me. So it was a very great experience of interview process. And after that, I just wait a couple weeks until hearing the final result, and at the end I got accepted, and here I am now in Maastricht University. Yay! After that, I'm preparing for my visa, which I'm very grateful that Maastricht University helped me a lot with it. So I just need to submit some documents like passports and some forms of the visas to them, and then they take care of everything. And then it took a while, which is one of the most, I think, difficult process was the mentally draining process of waiting whether or not my visa will get accepted, because during the pandemic, of course, the travel are restricted and there are kind of questions whether or not the visas are gonna be approved or not. And it was honestly the most difficult one. And then after we hear that my visa was approved, suddenly the embassy of the Kingdom of Netherlands is closed in Jakarta because of pandemic restriction again, which also kind of stressful. And our departure from Maastricht have to be delayed for around 3 weeks to 1 month, which is kind of a bummer as well. But after finally the embassy opening up again, we got to grab our visa sticker, our MVV stickers in there, and then go to Maastricht around the next week or so. And the traveling was kind of fun because it was also the first time I met the other awardees, and we instantly connected. We talked a lot in the airport, and we got nice conversation as well. But after arriving in Maastricht, we go directly to the dorm with the help of one of the representatives from Maastricht University. We just need to do quarantine for around 5 days and then take PCR test on the 5th day, and then because we have negative result, we are free to go out of the quarantine and enjoy this beautiful city. But in here we got to bike a lot, which was a little culture shock, and a fairly new stuff for me. But it's also a great physical exercise, and I just feel more fit since I got to Netherlands because I got to bike a lot. My first impression of Maastricht University is that the professors are very much supportive and they have a different system of learning in compared to my home university in Indonesia. In here, the students are pretty much taking the lead in the class. We discuss what we want to discuss. We asking question of what we want to know, and the tutors or the lecturers are very much open to any kind of conversation and any question or discussion we might have on hand. And using the problem-based learning in Maastricht University, the students kind of moderate the class every day. So the tutors are kind of sit back and more of ensuring that the discussion are going to the right direction and just chimes in here and there if we have questions. But other than that, mostly the students are the one who discuss things and talk about things and explaining, elaborating things in the class. And it was a very nice experience because I feel like I keep doing focus group discussion every time I was in class, and it's nice to have this kind of discussion because Maastricht University students are coming from different regions of the globe, so I can understand what happened in Spain, I can understand what happened in Panama because the students are from there. Or what I need to change with my study habit was with social study, there's not really like right or wrong, and we question a lot of things, and sometimes a lot of the times after class there's no definitive answer and everything just being questioned. It was something new for me because in engineering it's something like either right or wrong, and at the end of the class you always have kind of the right way to solve a problem and stuff like that. But in social studies, the right answers might be anything, could be everything or nothing at all. So it was very new to me. Okay, I did have final and midterm and final examination. It was mostly about writing papers. One of the most memorable thing is that for one of my classes, the midterm was analyzing the series Black Mirror. So basically for the midterm, I just need to watch a Netflix series. So it was fun, and we got to analyze it like deeper about what happened and what is the social impact of the series and how this technology would impact society and how society impact technology usage and so on. So it was very interesting. And the other classes, mostly I just do papers, which is something new as well for me, writing social style paper. And I did have problem when I first did it, but the university also provides some help with the writing centers, and I got to do consultation in there and asking how should I best put my feet forward on doing the essays and the papers, and they really helped me a lot, and I finally managed to pull through and got a fairly good grade. So I was very happy and proud of what I did during the semester. So to build understanding about culture of Indonesia, I joined multiple extracurricular activities, and one of them is UNICEF Student Team Maastricht. And using that platform, I was chosen to be the Education and Awareness Officer, whereby I can vouch for cases in regards of children in Indonesia, and I can talk about book recommendation or news outlets that talk about Indonesian condition and the culture of Indonesia, and what are the culture and the area that is valued by UNICEF as well. And besides that, I hang a lot in the common room of my university, where we have like Wednesday Waffle Day, and in there I just talk with my friends and my professor and lecturers about Indonesia and our culture. And I also often cook Indonesian food for my friends, including the Sumpah Pemuda event that I did along with my IISMA or with the other IISMA awardees. We had so much fun introducing the foods of Indonesia to my friends in the dorm. So that's all. If I could change one thing that I do differently, maybe if I could go back in time, I would sign up for Study Buddy earlier in my semester, because it would provide an opportunity to get to know more people and engage with more international activities. I did sign up in the middle of the semester, but at the end it was during the lockdown era in Netherlands, and I didn't really got to do a lot of activities with them. But yeah, I think if I could go back in time, I would just sign up earlier for the previous batch so I can do more activities and engage more. But now having to experience of studying sociology and humanities and business, it really gives me a different perspective how I can approach a problem, and that there's no right solution at times, and we need to consider interdisciplinary courses and fields in order to solve one problem. To study something outside of my comfort zone and to learn more about what it's like being a human in this world and questioning things in this earth. It really feeding my process of thought and just answer my curiosity about this world. And it's very nice to have this kind of enforcement within my education program. And I got to see some cities in Europe area, and it has been my dream since I was a kid, and having to get that chance and opportunity to travel and see different seasons and meet so many wonderful people, it's just very much something that gonna stay in my heart for all my life. One of the things from my host university that I would like to be implemented in Indonesia is the problem-based learning. So I think it would be a great opportunity for Indonesia students to take lead in the class and having discussion every time, and having this time to just asking questions to one another and questioning one another, just learning from each other experience and stories and what we have read and what we know about the world. I think it's very interesting experience to have for Indonesian students. And outside of the school or academic activities, I think I would like for Indonesia to implement more of like renewable and sustainable energy, because here in Netherlands they use a lot of wind power to, for example, their trains are entirely powered by wind energy, and I think that's a good thing for to reach the sustainable development goals as well in 2030. And also the biking culture in here, I think it's very good to be implemented further, because it could reduce the carbon emission in Indonesia and make everyone healthier. My commitment to IISMA programs and my home university as well as to the country of Indonesia still has not changed since my application process. I still would love to connecting Maastricht University and my home university for collaborative projects and researches. I think it would be a great thing to invite lecturers from Maastricht University to have a speech in Indonesia, and we have multiple classes where we invite outside lecturers. I think that it would be a great opportunity where I can vouch one of my professors' names and lecturers' names so that they can also share their knowledge with my peers. Academic-wise, I think for the problem-based learning, I can implement that during the research part of my studies. I'm currently working as one of the lab assistants, and during the experiments, usually we can have inputs for the professors how we would like manage things, and I think it would be a great moment to integrate problem-based learning, especially having that kind of experiments on lab. It really taking a hands-on experience to another level. Meanwhile, for the sustainability and for the renewable energy, I actually right now doing a research for biofuel from microalgae, so I think it would be a great start to publish my findings and continuing my research regarding that and how it could be implemented in Indonesia, and just releasing those informations to society. And lastly, about biking, I think when I go back to Indonesia, I would do more walking and less using my motorcycles or any driver applications. that is currently exists, and maybe I could also advocate for the usage of bicycles and just walking to reduce our carbon emission in Indonesia. So for IISMA program, I will continuously give feedback as what I have done throughout my semester as well. I give my input and feedbacks using the progress report and giving some feedbacks as well to the Maastricht University group leader. And we also talk about to the Maastricht University academic advisors and international relation office staffs in order how we would love to increase the quality of experience going to Maastricht as someone as an exchange student from Indonesia. And I believe those parts will continuously develop IISMA program qualities and the connection between IISMA and Maastricht University. For Indonesia, I will continually done my research and publish my findings and trying to connect the red dot between STEM and the social studies and just combining those in my research that I will be publishing, because I feel like this kind of interdisciplinary explanation and elaboration is very, very important in research, because we can talk about not only the scientific findings but also how one could implement it using the current socio-politics dynamic. And I think it would help Indonesia to have more research publications and informations that is released to the society, and continuously advocate for going abroad and having high quality education in renowned university all around the world, to my peers in Indonesia and my juniors in college as well, so that everyone could have this wonderful experience. Officially hashtag IISMA bias, because I got to spend 6 months to study in Europe and seeing these wonderful countries and Europe area as well, meeting wonderful people that I will treasure for all my life. Go IISMA, hashtag be bold to go abroad.
Thank you so much. Dankjewel. Goodbye. Tot ziens.